Hello and welcome. My name is Marae and I am your travel mom bestie because along with my family, we are Brave Family Travel and we have been traveling the world and documenting it for the past 5 years. We travel with both our baby and our now toddler, and we've learned a couple of things along the way after taking hundreds of flights with both girls now. So, in today's video, I want to talk about what is actually worth packing when you're flying with a baby. If you like this kind of content, make sure to subscribe below. And you can also find us on Instagram at Brave Family Travel. Okay, jump right in. I also want to let you know that if you are not sure what to pack or you want some ideas of the things that I talk about, there's going to be a link at the bottom in the description that you can go straight into our Amazon shop with all the items that we take and swear by, that we take on every flight, and that have been really helpful for us. Now, let's jump into talking about what we use and don't use when traveling with a baby. Because if there's one thing I've learned, and I've had two babies now, and this doesn't change, is that as soon as you have a baby in the picture, you feel like you have to pack everything in the kitchen sink. And let me tell you that the less you pack, the easier your flight will be. Although, of course, there are some things that if you don't pack them, it's just going to be chaos. So let's talk about the things that are, in my opinion, absolute must-have when flying with a baby. Don't fret. Don't worry about stopping the video and writing down notes or screenshotting it. I'm going to be adding a link at the bottom to my Amazon shop with absolutely each one of these items linked, my favorite ones as well. So you can go straight to the link and just get the items you need if you need it. Okay, so baby carriers. I swear by this. Some women don't like baby carrying. If that's you, then obviously this doesn't apply. But if you love baby carrying, if you have tried baby carrying and you just don't feel like it's so comfortable, maybe change the carrier, because for me, it's the most important item for any brand new mom. Babies, especially newborns, want to be with you 24/7, and with good reason. The only way that I've ever managed to get anything done in my life with a new baby has been by wearing my babies. So, especially for boarding a flight, this is very, very handy. Depending on where you're flying to and from, if you're in the US, you may be allowed to board a flight with your baby. Some people will tell you that it's okay to keep your baby, but most airlines will ask you to remove your baby from the baby carrier when you board and you're about to take off. If you're flying an international airline that is not part of the FAA regulations like in the US, then you will be given a baby seatbelt. And for that to be strapped on, you will have to take your baby out of the baby carrier. Again, most airlines won't allow you to take off with your baby on you, as this is not safe. But boarding a flight with a baby on and deplaning with a baby on allows you to keep your baby asleep, allows you to keep your baby asleep on you if you're boarding and then you don't take off for another 30 minutes or an hour in the case of international flights. And it also allows you to, for example, if you have to get up in the middle of the flight and walk around to get your baby to fall asleep, it's easier to rock a baby and walk around a plane when when you have hands to hold on to things than when you're just holding it with your hands. And also for taking off or boarding a flight, especially if you're traveling alone with a baby or several children, it just makes it easier because your hands are free. The next item is zip pouches for organizing. I can't stress this enough. I hear all these people about how they pack all these items in their diaper bag and then they don't tell you that things need to be compartmentalized and packed differently. I am a huge fan of Ziploc bags or just zip type of pouches for everything in my bag. So my dry clean clothes for the baby is in one bag, mine is in another bag. I usually have one bag that is ready for bathroom runs, that has diaper, wipes, a change of clothes for the baby, and a diaper cream. Why? Because sometimes when an explosion happens mid-air, you don't have time to rummage through your bag and find whatever you're looking for. So I have this handy bag always, always, always in the magazine compartment in front of my seat. So if I ever have an explosion, I just grab it and run. And I know that in the restroom, I'm going to find in this bag a rash cream, a diaper, wipes, and a change of clothing for my baby, which is usually what you're going to be needing. You can always refill it on the go. 2 outfits for baby and 1 for you. I can't stress this enough. I know it may sound like this is exaggerated, but I cannot tell you how many times I've had to change my baby on a flight. It's insane. Also, if you're taking a night flight, I highly recommend bringing a onesie or sleeping clothing for your baby. It's going to cue them into sleep easier, and it's going to make your life easier as well, because it's just uncomfortable to sleep with any other kind of clothing than the clothing you're used to sleeping with. So I like to bring 2 outfits for baby, 1 outfit that's just regular clothing, 1 sleeping outfit for the baby, so that I can change my baby into sleeping clothing and cue that it's time for sleep. And then a change for me because I've been peed and pooped on several times on flights and ended up just, having to change clothing. One time I had to arrive peed on because I didn't have anything to change with. Not fun. Pacifiers, soft toys, snacks, and wipes. Now, my children have never taken pacifiers. My oldest daughter took it for 4 months and then just magically woke up one day and decided it was not for her. My second baby never took the pacifier. So, but if your baby does, don't forget your passies. They're so important for soothing your babies. Soft toys, depending on the age, in my opinion, children under 6 to 9 months old don't need anything other than you. But if your baby is, playing with toys at home already, make sure you bring one soft toy for them to play with and entertain themselves with. Snacks, if they're already eating, snacks are paramount. I know some parents that swear by no snacks. That's not me. I love having snacks when I'm flying. So my children also love having snacks when they're flying. It's a really easy distraction, keeps them fed. A kid that's fed is a kid that's not cranky. Wipes. Bring extra wipes. What I do is I have a pack of wipes in that emergency bag I talked about. I have another one in my carry-on, another one in my husband's carry-on. That way, there's always a wipe pack handy. I also usually keep a wipe pack in the back zipper of my stroller. By the way, I'm gonna link my stroller here as well because I have the best travel stroller in the history, and it's also fantastically priced. Like, there are so many travel strollers that are like $500-$600. Mine is just $200 and something, and with my discount, it's $200, and it's absolutely amazing. Anyway, I always put a wipe pack in the back in the zipper of my stroller, so it's ready for me to use whenever I need it. And white noise machine, if your baby uses that at home. I like to raise my children to not need that for sleep, but my second daughter is just different than my first. She's really always wanted some noise to go with her. Now, you have two options. You can bring a sound machine with you. If your baby doesn't use it, just go with the plane. The plane is plenty of white noise. But if you're sitting in a very noisy place, like the bassinet seats that tend to be right behind the bathroom or the kitchen of the plane, usually there's a lot of commotion, a lot of people stopping by, a lot of people waiting and talking and chatting and clickly clackly. So what I do if I don't feel like taking an extra item, aka a sound machine, is there's a feature on your phone, on your iPhone. You can actually just search for it on your iPhone. I don't know how it works on Androids, but if you have an iPhone, just search sound machine and automatically it will show up. It's really handy, especially because usually during a flight, you're not using your phone and it's on airplane mode. But otherwise, I will also be linking my go-to sound machine, which is very compact and really easy to use. Now, things I don't use that a lot of people seem to use, and I don't see the point for. Nursing cover. I've never been one to cover, but if I do need to cover it, if I'm in a country where that's not super welcomed or I'm feeling cold or whatever the reason, I usually just use the same blanket that I pack with me for every flight, right? I mean, you wouldn't travel anywhere without a blanket for your baby anyway. So I just use that blanket and tie a like scarf and then just cover my baby with it. I don't see the point in taking an extra nursing cover. That's just extra bulk. A bulky blanket, I get it. Maybe it's cold, blah, blah, blah. I prefer to just pack very simple blankets. Just one blanket is plenty. Usually baby blankets are made of either muslin cloth or like just linen material. So it's very fast to dry. No need to pack 3 or 4 blankets or anything that's super thick and super bulky, unless, of course, you're going to Winter Wonderland. Too many toys. I kind of already brushed on this, but babies less than a year old don't really play with much. And when you fly, there is so much that is brand new to you, especially if you're brand new on Earth, that there is really no need to add extra bulk and extra things to entertain your baby. It's just extra stuff that you're not going to need. Now, here are some helpful hacks that made it easier for me. Portable sound machine, clip to the stroller, always. I buy those little extra clip-ons that will be on my Amazon shopping list as well. I swear by those to hang my water bottle, my portable sound machine, my emergency run to the bathroom bag, and anything else I need fast access to. Collapsible snack containers. These are extremely useful, especially the ones that also have the opening the babies can take the food out of without making a spill and a mess. There's nothing worse than spending your whole flight picking things off the floor. Don't be that person leaving a mess behind either. So collapsible and toddler-proof, baby-proof cups are a must-have for flights. Phone holder for the tray table. There's a hack you can do for this, but honestly, if you can do one of the phones, here, I have one of these cases, and this will easily just glue to the back of your seat. I swear by it. It just makes life easier if you need to put some entertainment for you while you're breastfeeding, while your baby's asleep, or if you need to put something on the TV for your toddler, your baby, whatever. Wipes pouch that is easily accessible. I can't stress this enough. it is the worst to go like this and pull out the whole thing of diapers. What I do is I use a rubber band or a hair tie, and I put it on either side of the wipes bag. That way it holds the wipes down, and when you pull out the one you need, the rest don't come off. It's super useful. I swear by it. And everything I've mentioned here is going to be linked below on my Amazon storefront, so you can easily get it and have it in your house in the next 2 days if you're having a flight coming up soon. Everything in my shop has been tested by me. These are my must have go-to products that I swear by because they really just make life easier. But remember, ultimately the most important thing is that you bring things, items, tools that you normally use at home and make your life easier. Do not bring everything in this kitchen sink because you're not going to need it. And especially if you're going on vacation somewhere with a lot of activity, lots of nature, other children, etc., there's no need to pack extra things just for the flight, because the flight is ultimately going to be most likely the shortest part of your journey, even though I understand that it can be the most intimidating. Now, if you need a checklist for all these things, I've included a link to my checklist below. Also, my Amazon storefront link for you to be able to get all the items that I mentioned in case you want to shop for some things that you may not have. And I also will add my travel stroller link because I absolutely love it. And there is a discount in there for you that you can have in case you're looking to buy a new travel stroller. Now, if you're going to be traveling with children, don't forget to hit the subscribe button because we travel all over the world with now a baby and a 5-year-old and have tons of resources and tips and destination ideas for you to have. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next week.